A cafe in Paris, a cool drink and a blank page. I'm about to share one of my favorite moments from this year so far, sketching side by side with my friend Cynthia. And we are actually heading back to Paris in September, and we'll be there to co-lead a workshop together called Paris Sketchbook. And we'll do that together with our friend Marcus. The vibe in today's video is pretty much what to expect in the workshop. And there are still some spots available, so come draw with us. The link is in this video's description. Now let me show you this drawing. I had no idea how it would turn out, but I trusted the process and just let it unfold. And stick around because there's a drawing assignment for you at the end. Great spot in the cafe, looking into the street. When drawing, I often pay attention to what's in the foreground and the background, and sometimes there's more. In the foreground, my coffee and sparkling water, in the midground, other people in the cafe, and in the background, the view into the street. To get started, I draw my drink. No plan at all, just time and a blank page. I took photos every 2 minutes for you to follow the process. I didn't even know yet if I would fill the whole spread or maybe just do a drawing on the left page. From drawing the outline of my drink, I kept drawing things in front of me. The glass of water, my coffee, the tray it was on, then the small jar of sugar on the tray. And adding the curve of the edge of the table, that was my cue to move on to what I saw next in the midground. Chairs, a table, people sitting outside. The overlap of people was helpful to draw them quickly. The curves of the shoulders and backs, a bottle on the table for context. And then also the traffic lights, which immediately added more depth and it gives information what's going on. People are sitting on a terrace out on the street. The traffic light alone would feel a bit bare. Since I'd been drawing pretty much from left to right, down and up, I added some indication of buildings on the right-hand side, the background. So now I had included in my drawing foreground, midground and background. The size of the things in the foreground juxtaposed with the small marks in the background give a nice contrast and a sense of depth. The street were lines with parked cars, so I included some. And there were people passing by, so I quickly scribbled in a person walking the crosswalk. The stripes of the crosswalk are a simple element for adding context too. Then I just kept going, as if I was crocheting with lines. The curve of the sidewalk, more buildings, simplified by drawing marks, not details. The marks on the right-hand side of the traffic sign now made the left-hand side look a little bit empty. So I added the facade of the corner building on the left. The indication of the wooden shutters are giving context because they are specific architectural elements. The lantern on the building is also one of those elements, characteristic of a place. Now, there was a lot going on at the top of the building, so I decided to add some more at the bottom by drawing my sketchbook as one of the foreground elements. The open line and white space on the bottom left now gives a nice entryway into the drawing. You want to read it from foreground via midground to background. I was surprised by how much I liked the flow of the page and all the white space left and right. So I decided to stop drawing, put down my pencil and started to add watercolor. Yellow, a light wash for the buildings and bringing the yellow forward, so it creates a pathway for the viewer starting at the lemon in the drink. Then gray for shadows and for the street, also for some shading in the buildings in the background. I picked Italian burnt sienna for shades of skin tones and to give some color to some of the furniture, and a bit more pigment for the coffee in the foreground, plus a pop of red for traffic light. I added color to the building in the back on the left, and with an extra yellow wash on top of the first one, the color comes more to life. The name of the cafe makes for a great title as well as a description for the drawing, and with that, I called it done. I'm very happy with the flow of the drawing and surprised by how complete it feels. I could have just decided to draw my drink and that's it, But it unfolded in a lovely organic way because I didn't want to stop and I was curious what would happen when I trusted the process. Well, now it's your turn, but first, if you're enjoying these videos, then please like and subscribe so you don't miss my weekly uploads. And if you want more, try my Patreon for a week for free. The link is in the description of this video. Now here's your assignment. Find a spot that you love. It could be a cafe, a park bench, your kitchen table. Open your sketchbook and just start. Begin with the foreground and let the rest unfold. Have fun and see what happens. I'll be here next week again. See you then.